So there is a question about how to handle the junction or slip road by using the OpenRoads technology or OpenRoad Designer. So these are some of the steps that you may want to follow. And of course, you can use the civil cell if you need to repeatedly do this kind of slip road or junction. So first of all, I will create all the corridor for each lane, and then we will change the start station, stop station for the corridor until the junction. And then you need to create the horizontal and vertical geometry by using a civil geometry to those junction. And of course, you can also create the some of these kind of geometry alignments through OpenRoad Designer, MX, or InModes before. And finally, you can create a junction to handle junction with the terrain or for the junction areas. And then you can apply the surface template. Finally, you can apply the linear template to control the junction, like you will want to add some barriers. And you can continue to do the corridor and keep the corridor reference as well. That's all about how to do it in handling the junction. So let's start. So first of all, there's a two corridor here. So I just create two corridor here, and there will be some junction that you want to join together. So first of all, as I say, I will try to change the start and stop station. So this now you may change here. So I just move a little bit back, change the corridor, so that it's more easy to handle it later. So I just simply change this one back. Okay. So you may say, hey, it may be cause some of the problem later because you will find you will not have this kind of align the geometry here, just the junction here. So no worry, if you continue to do it, you can just go back to the corridor modeling, create the template drop, okay, or just copy the template drop. You don't need to recreate the corridor, just create a template drop. So I just locate the corridor here, and then select back the main row that you want to do, accept, and you can still continue to handle it to the end if you want. So you don't need to create a new corridor, just simply create this one here. So back to the junction area here. The next one I want to do is to create the junction areas. So in this case, it's a barrier here. So you can see a barrier here. So I may just simply create this connection here. So I will go to the task, okay, and then I go to horizontal geometry. There's a function that you will find is called some of the function called offset stamp single offset parcel, okay, parcel only. So I just select the parcel area, and then I just select the main alignments, okay, main alignments here, and my offset is just locate to this area because it's just the end of the pavement. So I just put here, and then the endings, I'll put the endings. So the endings will be drawn to the edge of the junction road or slip road as well. So I just cross a little bit, okay, accept no mirror, so finish it. So in this case, I just finished one. For the second case, in this area here, because it's already almost is the end of the pavement. So for the steeple, in this case only, so I just simply click offset to 0. I want to create another one here as well. So I just select it, and the offset is 0s. So my start area maybe I put a little bit long, and then to the end. We cross a little bit, okay, and then accept. So now you will see there's one alignment here, another new alignments here. So it's all offset. Of course, you can change the value accordingly. So afterward, I just want to create a junction area here. So I just go back to use simple microsection function. For example, there's a microsection function called trim to intersection. So I just trim the intersection between this one and also the accept the external alignment one. So you will see there's a alignment here and then another alignment here. Okay, it's already trimmed. Okay, so another one I want to create is always have the circle here. Of course, you can use a tapper. So in this case, I just use a simple art. So my simple art here, I will maybe using a 1 meters. Okay, just 1 meters. So I just select this area here, select this area here, and then click the trim area here. So I just click 1 meters. Of course, you can change others, and then you may want to trim ahead of both. So I just click the like I want to trim the both or area. Which one you want to trim? So you can select about it. And some user told me that if they cannot trim, that no problem. You just go to you can even using the function called break, and then you just select the area so that I can create this area. Okay, this area only. Okay, that's what I want to create. So after you create this one, it's just horizontal. So the next one, I want to give the vertical vertical alignment to it because I want to create it in the 3 dimension. If you go back to the 3 dimension, so the alignment is not yet happened. So I have to create it in the 3 dimension. So I can go to the vertical geometry, and then you will have a function called we call profile by elements. You can have a call profile by constant or variable slope. So for example, I profile by variable slope from elements. So I just get constants, locate the plane. This is the plane that you can select the plane here. Okay, and then select the reference elements. There's a reference element here. So you will select here. I want this one alignment here, and then to the end you can just snap here, or you can click a snap. There's a snap mode. Okay, to the intersection, offset, vertical offset zeros. Then supposedly you already create a new uh, 3D alignment in the 3D view. Okay, so you can select a 3D view here as well. So if you cannot see, you can double check here again. Go to the profile, make sure that the profile view is already done here. So constantly, so you can remember check it whether it's active or not. You make sure it is active. Okay, it is active, so it should be created here as well. Okay, so that's the first things that you need to do. So the next one will be need to be uh, tricky because you cannot just overlay the vertical profile here because this is with the super elevation here. So in you can check it by analyze point. You can double check whether the stop here, for example, the start chain age is 1147 to 1170 this case. So if you go back check the super elevation value, so you can check about 1174 to 1170 is about this range. So you can try to use minus 3.4 to minus 3.3. There's something like this. Of course, you can use a point control to fix it. So now I go back to using verticals alignments. So again, I will go to the profile slope, variable slope from elements. I keep the slope type. You can keep constant or linears. Use a change, locate plan elements, reference elements. So my starting point is here. Okay. So ending point is here. Okay, the start slope should be minus 3.4%. Enters. Ending slope should be minus 3.3%. Enters. When offset is zeros, accept. So I will create another vertical element here. So you have horizontal verticals. So the last one is more easy. You just can give to quick profile transition, select the parabolic type, and then locate the element that you have here, accept. Okay, you should have it. In case it really not working, again, you can just click the profile to set the profile between two heights of the points because you already have a 3D here, so it help you is easy. For example, in this case, is make sure the elements direction you're noting the elements are vertical. So I just simply click like here. So you see from here to here. So we need to make sure you check the alignment vertical height is correct before you do this information. So I just double check here. So there's you can select these two value here, and then you just simply draw a line for it. Okay, so I just simply draw a line for it. So use draw to lock the height value. So my height value, the first one is 5.19298. I lock it. Okay, and just click accept. I start the first point, and now we go to the last point. Save it. So the last one is we can just check the recorded values. So you can simply draw it here. Okay, that's all, and then I make it as active. So you should able to connect together. So this is about the 3D geometry, how to do it. Of course, you can use, as I say, you can use InRoads, or the engineer is already done for you. Okay, you can directly calculate here. So if you go back to the workflow, that's all about what we did for the first step. And then the next step is create terrain for the junction areas. So it is more easy. Again, you have to using terrain models. And then there's a function called create from elements. Now you need to go back to the 3D files here. Make sure you select it's a boundary. Okay, and then you select the maximum triangle length, 1 meter the design triangles. Select the 3 elements that you just create. Right click, and then you can accept it as a terrain models. So with the terrain models, of course, the first things you can done, I recommend now is terrain models. So you can turn on and turn off the triangles here easily. So I recommend you turn off the triangle. The reason that I want you to turn off the triangle is later I will apply the surface template over there as well. So I just simply right click here, properties, I just turn off the triangles. Okay. So afterward, if I will apply the surface template, the surface template here, you can go to 3D geometry. You can have a create surface template. So in surface template, I already create one for this template. You can use just the bottom, or you can use the main bottom. It doesn't matter. So you can select the one that just the boundary. I just click OK. Locate the terrain models here, and then just click F. Okay, so it's something that you already can create it easily. So the next one you may want to create is about this area. You want to create a barrier here. So again, I will go to the apply linear template. So I will just select the components here. Already in the component have a barrier, just a barrier, apply. So just select the, you can go to select the horizontal area here. So from start to the end, so you put inside here. So you already, in the 3-dimension models, you already create the junction area. Here is more easy. Have a look here in the 3D models. So you now create the junction area. Okay, so at the next one is more simple for this. For example, I will change. Okay, I will change the corridor and link it to this area. Snap to here. On the same case, I will click this one again. Snap to here. Okay, so you will see they almost join together here. So and then about the connection area, what you need to do is you continue to create the corridor models. You just need to create the new template drop here. I will select the corridor, and then if you check the main, I already create the merge area without the right hand side barrier. Okay, I just copy the one and delete the one here. So I say I will start from this alignment. Again, I snap to here and then continues until I snap to here and accept. So you will see there's a no barrier here. And at the end of this one again is similar. I will create a new corridor. At this time again, I will make this one. It's more easy. I will select the barrier without the left hand side. Okay, so I accept here. Again, I will select the template from here and then continues to the end. So now you already have the slab row area that handle it here. So you can simply have a look here. Okay. So if you continues to do it, this one. So if I just use my second template, I mean the one that with the barrier. Okay, I mean the one that you have the barrier here. So you can continue to overlay here. So you can continue to click it, drag on it. So you can continue to drag on to, for example, to here as well. Okay, however, you can have a look here. It seems that the alignment is not enough for you to fit this way. So you are better to give one more alignment here so that you can join the template here as well. So it means that it makes the alignment to be longer so that it can join together. So in this case, I recommend you can check back the alignment design whether you have more alignments that continue to join it, or otherwise you create a new one here. So in this case, I just simply create a new one horizontally. So this alignment, I just simply use the curve line from elements create to extend to the alignment a little bit here. So I will offset another one. Just simple offset this one. So I will select to here so that you can follow. Okay. So another one you need to make offset is the main one here. Again, you need to make a main one here. So again, you need to follow the barrier, the carriage way, just the carriage way. Maybe we just select here. So okay, so I need to use a single offset, not entire elements. This time we just partial elements, partial elements. So again, I need to go to here. It is about the barrier that I'm using. I may simply the offset here, the barrier. So the starting should be, the end station should be start here, somewhere here, so that you can join together. And then what importance for these few alignments is later I need the barrier follow these two one. Of course you cannot curve this one, so I just fit a curve. So again I use a curve between elements. You can give a larger, like 100 meters, for example. So you can check with the standards or the model, I guess. You can So it should be have one alignment here from this one to this one. So I just create as a compass elements. Okay, and then I will join this one here as well, so that it can link together. At least it can fit together. Okay, so this is a new reference line that I have. So the next thing is what you can do is you will apply the geometry here. So what I'm a corridor here. So I just go back to the corridor. This is a new alignment, so I just select the new corridors. Okay, if you have profile, I remember this profile will be similar to this corridor. So I may just simply extend my corridor a little bit. Okay, just go to here. Okay, to go to this point. Okay, I just go this point. I just want this vertical, so I just check the verticals about this case. I just use reference profile. I select this area here. Okay. So here is the reference here. So you can simply using a vertical geometry. So you can highlight it, or even you just click this one. You can just click active to make sure it is active alignments. Okay. So after you click active alignments, again I will go back to do the corridor modeling as I told you before. Just simply do the corridor modeling. Right click accept it. I click as snap mode. Okay, it's just for this alignment only. And then we click alternate enters to copy the template that I use. Again, this one we need to use the merge one because without the left side. So accept. Okay, just change back to accept this one. To select the template. Okay, so from the starting to the end. So you will create another one here. Okay. So and again one more things here. You will see the barrier is not that fit, so no worry. You can use point control. We can go back to the point control. If you remember, we need to ask the PCR to follow the new one. So we just go to the point control. We select the elements called point control. Select the corridor. So go to point control, edit. I want to start to the end. Okay, I want a horizontally follow. The control type is a linear geometry. The point that I want to use a PCR accept, and then the element is the new alignment that we create for the barrier. So I accept it. So it should follow the point control and fit the geometry here. Okay, a little bit. So you see, it's curved. So at the end of it, so I will remember this one. I will expand a little bit here, so that I will join back to what we need to have a boundary. Clipping function. There's a clipping function here, so you can go to define target. Add we call add clipping corridor. We call add clipping reference. So corridor to be kept. Of course, the split one need to be kept. The first clipping element is this one. Right click. So it can help you to fit it together. So this is little bit problem, so I just change a little bit more. So it should able to fit the slip row, do it very good here. So if you look at the 3-dimension now, so the snap row should be fixed. So you have all this area here. So you can simply to have a look. Okay, this is how to fix the sleep row area. So you can have a look similarly. If you can go to the we can have quickly to have a look what's going on here. So just click, just go to look. This is what we create a sleep row.